Come on in, it's Friday.
We're already having fun.
Oh yeah, big time. November the 22nd. Glad you're here. Here's what we're working on this morning. It's been a week. Canada Post strike continues and thousands of crucial items are stuck in the mail. Simone is on this story for us this morning.
The mother of a baby who died after being found at an apartment building in Toronto has been charged.
And Prince Harry's new docuseries promises to be a showstopper. Okay, here we go. Bow tie, no tie kind of day.
Yep.
I was out yesterday afternoon, and there was something falling from the sky that was not rain, Brian.
What was it, Tim?
It was kind of a wettish, snowish type thing. Not like, it wasn't pure snow.
Yes.
Our friends in Cleveland, by the way, that you'll see in the Thursday Nighter, it was in Cleveland last night. It was a snow globe by the fourth quarter. But we didn't get that. But it was kind of the first, would you describe it as sleet? I don't know what it was, really.
Yeah, just a little
kind
bit
of wet snow.
Yeah,
a little mixing, we might call it. Yeah, okay.
But no accretion.
No.
There was, no accretion.
To use it.
Oh, yes. How I missed that word.
Oh,
it's been
we'll
months.
probably use more of it. But yeah, you got it in first this time.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, just a little mixing around the area yesterday. And yeah, you mentioned Cleveland getting some snow. They're getting a lot of snow to the west of us. Snowfall warnings right now in southern Saskatchewan. But for us, what we're going to get is, and what we have had throughout the overnight, shower activity. Not going to be a steady rain. It's just going to be on and off showers throughout the day. Temperature today will be around 7 to 8 degrees around the Horseshoe. We're sitting at 4 degrees right now. We have had some showers this morning, and we will continue to get that throughout the day today. Well, sunshine for Sunday. We'll have to look forward to that because there's not much sunshine for tomorrow. We'll talk about it coming up, looking at traffic, 403 Waterdown Road. Nothing to see there. That is our exclusive camera. That's doing okay. There is a collision on the 403. It's around the link as you're trying to come through Ancaster to go down the escarpment. There's a collision at the link there. To some MTO traffic cameras, Nikola Tesla Boulevard toward the Skyway, okay. Top of the Burlington Skyway, nothing there. Third line, you generally notice the wet roads that we have this morning, but not particularly raining heavily, just some showers on and off. So weather and traffic coming up on this Friday morning. Right now, the news.
Well, last Friday morning, thanks, Brian, the Canada Post strike started. It's been a week after failing to reach a deal with the Crown Corporation, leaving some Canadians waiting for crucial items by mail. I want to bring in Simone Gavros, joins us from the picket lines once again. Is this the same picket line you were last Friday?
Yeah, Tim, this is one of the big processing plants here in Stoney Creek, and you can see behind me that there are people here on the picket lines, and they've been here since 12:01 as of last Friday. Now, I spoke with Canada Post yesterday. They tell me that there's been some movement at the bargaining table, but not enough to reach a deal just yet. And as the strike is now reaching this 1 week mark, and many things that are usually delivered through the mail are now being paused, including passports. Service Canada says that around 85,000 passports that are printed and ready to be mailed are on pause for the duration of the strike. They put a temporary hold on mailing out passports back on November 8th in anticipation of any strike action. This comes at a time when people might be looking to go on a holiday vacation and urgently need their passports. Pickup service is available at around 60 Service Canada locations. Meantime, Cup W said yesterday that discussions have been focused on the same issues. The rural service unit is continuing talks on the validation process, while the urban unit is focused on weekend delivery. Wage increases is one of the main sticking points. Canada Post maintains its 11.5% wage increase offer over 4 years, which they say isn't close to the 23% wage increase the union has been asking for. John Hamilton with Canada Post says the impact of the strike so far has been huge.
Broader impact and we are very much aware of this and concerned about this, is the impact of small businesses who are getting ready for, well, they're in the busy holiday season and they're trying to figure out where their packages are going to go. There's charities that do a lot of fundraising through the mail at this time of year that they can't get that done. There's people waiting for passports to try and do holiday travel. There's remote northern communities that rely solely on Canada Post. So the impact of being shut down for 7 days is immense.
So later this morning, we'll also be speaking to the local union president here in Hamilton for more of an update as the strike has now reached the 1-week mark. For now, Annette, back over to you.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, another building in downtown Hamilton is set to be demolished. The city says the former home of Rebels Rock Irish Pub is unsafe and it needs to come down. So there have been 2 fires at that site on King Street East near Wentworth. The latest happened earlier this month at the back of the property. The original building dates back to the 1890s. It was sold 3 years ago, and the owner had plans to redevelop the site into a mid-rise condo building.
The City of Hamilton is taking steps to reduce fraud and waste, called out in an annual Auditor General's report. So it's strengthening policies and procedures to prevent and detect cyber fraud and fraudulent benefit claims. It's also giving employees just some clearer guidance on conflicts of interest. Hamilton's city manager says its fraud and waste hotline is a cornerstone of the city's commitment to transparency. Now, it gives the public, employees, contractors, and vendors an anonymous way to report suspected issues.
Hamilton police are looking for people in 2 vehicles after a home invasion on Stony Creek Mountain this week. So one of them is a newer model white Honda Civic, and the other is an older model silver Honda CR-V. Both were used by a group of masked suspects who broke into a house near Highland Road and Winterberry Drive around 3:30 Wednesday morning. Police are asking neighbors and businesses in that area to check their surveillance cameras for more footage.
To Toronto now, and a 30-year-old woman has been charged in the death of her 4-month-old baby. The baby had been reported missing from an apartment building in Midtown Toronto back on Wednesday morning by the father. Inside the building, officers found the baby and tried to save the child's life. Baby was pronounced dead in hospital. The mother has been charged with failure to provide the necessities of life.
President-elect Donald Trump has named a new nominee for U.S. Attorney General after his first pick withdrew from consideration. So former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi is a longtime Trump ally. She was among a group of Republicans who showed up to support Trump at his hush money trial in New York, which ended earlier this year with a conviction on 34 counts. She is now Trump's choice to run the Justice Department. This is after Matt Gaetz stepped aside amid a sex trafficking investigation that's cast doubt on his ability to be confirmed. Gaetz has denied the allegations against him. After Bondi was named, Gaetz posted on social media that she was a stellar selection. Mexico's president acknowledges that Canada is concerned about reports of a Chinese company's plan to build an auto plant in her country. President Claudia Sheinbaum says she recently spoke with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who assured her that he does not support excluding Mexico from the Canada-U.S.-Mexico trade agreement. But Trudeau said late yesterday that while having Mexico in the agreement is his first choice, all options are on the table. Politicians across Canada and the U.S. have raised concerns that Chinese companies could assemble vehicles in Mexico and then ship them north to avoid tariffs.
Busy night in sports with the Raptors back on the court. That had a real kind of neat retro look as the Dinos, they were sporting their new City Edition jerseys as they welcomed the Minnesota Timberwolves to town.
Brady dribbles out of traffic. Brady up top. Brady leads the charge.
What an alley by Grady Dick and oop by RJ Barrett, who is on some kind of run right now. Raptors looking for a second straight win. Have another look at that one. Yeah, guess who's back? Scotty Barnes, after missing 11 games with a face fracture, wearing those red goggles. He would finish with 17 points in 27 minutes of playing time. But back to Barrett, who is coming off 39 points against the Pacers on Monday. Well, he had 31 last night as Toronto wins 2 games in a row for the first time this season, 110-105 the final. So they are off to Cleveland to face the 16-1 Cavs on Sunday.
Winston under pressure, gonna run it into the end zone. Whoa!
Speaking of Cleveland, what a scene to kick off Week 12 of the NFL season. It was a snow bowl on the shores of Lake Erie as Browns QB Jameis Winston didn't let a little cold and snow get in the way of him putting together a pretty impressive performance. Lake effect snow made it look like a literal snow globe in the fourth quarter, but the Browns were able to hold on in the back and forth game to upset the first place Steelers 24-19.
Washko, Robrick, Galliano scores, no! Hits the crossbar, Washko scores! On the follow-up! And it's a runaway train here in the first period.
Yeah, the ice in St. Catharines, there was really no contest for the first place Ice Dogs, who were not very nice to the Sioux Greyhounds, their hosts, as they would score 4 times in the first period, then cruise to a 7-2 win to snap a 2-game slide. Big night for 2 Dogs as Andre Lashko and Mike Levin, they both had hat tricks. Owen Flores, he was great in net, 43 saves. Niagara is in Brampton tonight. Well, the Brantford Bulldogs, they're starting to heat up as they kickstart a big weekend with 3 games in 3 nights as they scored 3 late goals in Peterborough to beat the Petes 5-2. They've won 3 straight and 4 of 5. Calvin Crombie would score the winner in the third with Nick Larda staying red hot, scoring 2 more. He now has 8 goals in 3 games. Back to the Civic Center tonight to welcome the Generals into town.
They like their mix. They like that everybody knows their identity and what they have to do to be successful as a team. So for Edmonton,
A squibber! And it went 5-hole on Marc-Andre Fleury!
Oh, to Edmonton, where future Hall of Famer Marc-Andre Fleury was playing in his 1,000th NHL game. That's how it started. Allowing the worst goal of his career. Oh, man. Leon Draisaitl just dumped it down the ice and it bounced all the way into the net. Oh, Fleury, only the 4th goalie in history to play 1,000 games. Embarrassed by that, but hey, whatever. They won the game. Minnesota beat the Oilers 5-3.
He stopped a lot of others.
Yeah, goodness. Oh, man. No surprise when it comes to the MVP winners in baseball, as both were unanimous winners. Shohei Ohtani won his 3rd MVP, but first in the National League after that memorable season with the Dodgers. He became the first player to have a 50-50 season, 50 stolen bases, 50 home runs, and then, led the Dodgers to the World Series. He beat Aaron Judge and the Yankees in the World Series, but the consolation prize for Judge was his 2nd MVP award in 3 years. Center fielder had another dominant year, smashing 58 home runs and had 144 RBIs while being consistent at the plate with a .322 batting average. Should note, Jays Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who had a strong finish, he would end up 6th in voting.
6:12, it is Friday, 22nd of November. We have a wet start to the morning. We've had some showers throughout the overnight, so you're going to notice some wet roads around the area. First of all, let's start with traffic. Here's the 403 and Waterdown Road. Once again, that's our exclusive camera. That's doing okay, fairly light this hour of the morning, volume-wise. To our MTO traffic cameras, St. Catharines, QEW, and Mountain, still getting some rain through here. At the moment, Nikola Tesla Boulevard, very light volume. Nothing at Fairview, other side of the Skyway. Same with east of Royal Windsor. Same with the Etobicoke Creek. No problems there. We do have a collision on the 403 coming through Ancaster, going past the link, trying to go down the escarpment. We have a collision on the eastbound lanes right around the link. Check our temperature right now. We are above seasonal to start the day. This time of year, we're sitting at 4 degrees at the moment. Winds are easing off. They were pretty strong a little earlier. Humidity is 100%. It's just cloudy right now. Showers have tapered off a bit. We're going to climb to 7 degrees today. So for school, there's that chance of showers. It's about a 60% chance on and off, and a bit of a northerly wind as well for the day. Here's a look at the precipitation that we've had over the past 6 hours throughout the overnight. As you can see, the green is the rain shower activity. Blue, that's to the south of us, that's some snow flurries. So watch this low pressure system. We're going to call that retrograding. It's not really moving toward the east as it usually does. It's just kind of flip-flopping around us, but it's finally going to move away by the time we get to Saturday, and that's going to allow a little bit of clearing by the time we get to Sunday, which will be nice. Today, no sun, fairly cloudy. Temperatures 7, 8 degrees, 6 for Brantford, Guelph, and Kitchener, but showers on and off throughout the day. Tonight, again, showers. Temperatures don't fall very far. 5 and 6 degrees for the Horseshoe tonight. But the clouds will continue, and the clouds will continue again for the day tomorrow. At least it'll be a little bit milder. 8 and 9 for the Horseshoe, 6 and 7 away from the lake a little further. But Burlington could get a little squeak of some sun, but otherwise it's going to be a fairly cloudy day for Saturday tomorrow. So out the door, 22nd of November, it is cloudy. We call that mild because that's quite a bit above seasonal for this time of year. Temperature right now sitting at 4. Long range coming up, and at 10.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Off and running on your Friday. Coming up after the break, we'll say hello to our friend Emily Vukovic, see what's going on in Chit Chat today. Let me say it properly. Chit
Chat.
Okay, good, thanks. Also in business news, Elon Musk's brain chip startup has received Health Canada's approval to start recruiting for its first clinical trial in the country. That and other business news in 2. Oh, hey.
Hello.
What's going on today?
Oh, well, there is a new Harry Potter ride coming to Universal Studios.
Okay.
We will discuss and give you a little preview. It looks so cool.
Sorry, Universal Studios already has a bunch of Harry Potter stuff, and this is a new ride?
Yes. So
This is like a new Universal Epic, right?
It's their new park.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a whole thing. New docuseries for Prince Harry coming to Netflix. And Canada's Walk of Fame announces its newest inductees.
Okay, we'll chat about that coming up on the couch in a little bit. We'll see you then.
Okay.
All right, into business news on this Friday. We start with the Canadian dollar, as we always do. It's down 14 basis points, trading overseas at 71.41 cents US. Gold up big time, almost 31 bucks, 27.0560 an ounce. Crude oil up 10 cents. 70.20 a barrel. Off to Europe. Hey, Europe, it's Friday. Markets are up in midday trading in London, but down in Frankfurt and Paris.
In Asia, the markets were up today in Tokyo, but down in Hong Kong and Shanghai, all by triple digits. North America, the TSX gained 354. Dow was up by a lot as well, 461. And the NASDAQ, it eked up there 6 points.
All right, glad you're with us on this Friday morning. Let's get into some business news. And this is a fascinating story. And say what you want about Elon Musk, but his Neuralink has been allowed to begin a brain chip trial in Canada. So the trial has already been implanted in at least one man. This is video. This is Nolan Arbaugh, who was paralyzed from the shoulders down. He claims the chip allows him to control a computer sensor just by thinking of it. The Canadian trial is going to take place at Toronto Western Hospital. In a post on X, Neuralink posted that recruitment is now open. The company says it is seeking patients with quadriplegic due to ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, or spinal cord injury.
Well, if you're ordering from McDonald's, you may not be able to get espresso-based drinks or hot chocolate for the next little while. McDonald's Canada says there are safety issues with its espresso machines. The $4,000 machines made by Melita have been shut down because of a safety problem. McDonald's Canada says it's working with the supplier to resolve the issue, but there's no timeline. Brewed coffee and tea are still available on the menu, but the McDonald's app shows at least a dozen other drinks are unavailable at some locations. Well, the cinematographer behind Oppenheimer created an ad for Volvo, which has resurfaced on social media following Jaguar's rebrand. Take a look. So why are we talking about a commercial? Because it's different. It's long, almost 4 minutes, and it barely shows the product it's trying to sell. Instead, the ad features a couple who finds out they're expecting and imagining their family's future. Online critics say it's a sharp contrast to Jaguar's new ad about its brand refresh. We'll discuss in Chit Chat.
It's fascinating, this commercial.
Yeah.
You kind of have to see it. And it's one of those where when you see something that's 4 minutes long, you're just like,
oh, really?
I don't want to do this.
But it's only 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And it sticks with you.
Totally worth it. So we'll have that coming up in Chit Chat too. This is the time of the year when you live around the Great Lakes, things can really change. Our friends in Cleveland got a whole lot of snow yesterday. I don't think there's snow for us. Brian will break that down for us and what we're getting this weekend after this.
6:24 on the button here on this Friday morning, 22nd of November. Checking our MTO traffic cameras. Generally wet roads this morning. QEW Welland, there's no problems on the highways with traffic, except a bit of volume now at the top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge heading down toward North Shore Boulevard. All the brake lights coming on. No problems at Third Line. Flip ahead to Lorne Park. And then the 403 at Dundas Street. It's wet, it's busy, but it's moving okay. And the problem that we had at the 403 and the link is now cleared. Temperatures right now, 4 degrees for Hamilton. That's where we got to yesterday, so temperature, didn't really change an awful lot overnight. 4 for Mississauga, 5 Grimsby, and 5 for Toronto as well. Seasonals this time of year, -2 for an overnight low to start at day at 4 degrees, not bad, and 5 for the daytime high. Those are our sun times and records for today, and yeah, today is going to be damp on and off. Showers this morning going into school. We should be around 5 degrees, and then 7 degrees for after school. Again, no sunshine. Clouds and showers again. So that's today. That's how it shapes up. 7 degrees today. 5 overnight tonight. We'll still get some showers tonight. Tomorrow, the showers will start to taper off, so it'll only be a 30% chance, and then 8 degrees for Saturday. Sunday, the bright spot in the 7-day forecast, some sunshine and 8 degrees. A little milder actually for Monday, but we get back into some showers Monday and Tuesday, and then a lot cooler for Wednesday and Thursday. What's your forecast, Annette, Tim?
Okay, thanks very much. Well, a Christmas tree in the center of Niagara-on-the-Lake is getting a lot of attention, but for the right reasons.
That one's kind of stingy, so if it was better done, it would be nice.
Oh, well, it's kind of cute. It's a little small. I guess some of the ones you see are a lot larger than this.
It's weak. The town should up their game. They've done a great job this year on the street decorations, but the tree is weak.
Is it an actual tree that's planted there? I think it's like in the ground. That's what it kind of looked like. Okay, so the small and sparsely decorated tree, it's reminding some of Charlie Brown's Christmas. Adam Atkinson did a story on this yesterday. The town says they opted for a simple tree because a taller tree, it fell over years ago, blocking traffic, and because it's next to the cenotaph, an agreement with the local Legion means it can't be colorfully decorated. So I understand all of that. The question I have, couldn't it be somewhere else in Niagara-on-the-Lake? It's such a beautiful town. Like, I know it's right across from Just Christmas, and good morning to everybody there. We love you guys.
And the way that they decorate, like, all throughout the year with the beautiful flower beds. And
even, like, the lights were just, like, somebody just, like, threw them on there.
It was tethered, so I don't think it's a planted tree.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's one of them chattable items, I guess, that maybe we'll talk about a little bit later in the show.
You know what? It's a good excuse to go to Niagara-on-the-Lake to check it out.
Beautiful time of the year.
Yeah.
It is Friday. Why not? Plans for the weekend? How about you do that? Oh, Christmas music. Here we go.
Christmas tree.